News of tariffs on foreign cars sent shoppers scrambling the past few weeks, trying to lock in a new vehicle before a price hike sets in. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Meckles. This weekend, tariffs were on the mind at the Colorado Auto Show in Denver, and we found a lot of families, especially families with new drivers, shopping a little differently this year. Here's 9 News reporter Colton Chavez.
For families looking to get their 16-year-old into a new car, it can already be a difficult task. And with automotive tariffs looming, families tell me it's just another thing they have to worry about. Pulling dad duty means driving your son in the right direction.
I want you to look at this one, the Ioniq 6.
For Jochen Wagner, that means providing the roadmap for what makes a good first car.
And we're looking at something either new in this price range, because it seems to be pretty well priced, or something a year or two old.
His son Xander is 15 years old.
You like it, right?
Yeah.
His dad says a 25% tariff by the Trump administration on foreign cars has made it difficult to predict future prices. Industry experts say that these tariffs could end up increasing cars' price tags.
Seeing that it's a year away and things are changing so often, it's really hard to predict that. It's something that's going through my mind.
For Laura Clark,
my son Liam and my son Lucas.
She took a different path.
I just got a new foreign car because I knew the tariffs were coming.
Laura says she bought in while the getting was good, assuming she would find higher prices at the car show.
I'm actually pleasantly surprised right now that none of them have really gone up yet.
Hoping that will hold steady.
So you have to think about clothes, shoes, groceries, then the car insurance that goes with the cars, because those are going to go up.
A direction that moms and dads hope car prices won't follow.
I'm hoping in a year's time it'll settle down.
In Denver,
I guess time will tell.
Colton Chavez, 9 News.
Protesters pushing back against the Trump administration and federal cuts were back at the state capitol today. Sky 9 captured those crowds at another hands-off protest. We saw similar events in cities all over the country. Crowds were spotted in Georgia, Ohio, and D.C. What started with snow this morning turned into a pretty Saturday, really, to enjoy a Colorado sports day. We had the Nuggets and the Avs starting their playoff runs. The Rockies, well, doing the Rockies thing that they lost. And spring game for the Buffs. We'll have more on all those games later in our show, but the ice really left behind from yesterday's storm system has mostly melted away. It might actually start to look like spring out there. Corey Reppenhagen, I know everyone wants to know about Easter morning, church and brunch and egg hunts, all of it.
Easter morning, very cold. However, the sun will come up and we'll have full sunshine, getting the temperatures up into the 60s. So a bit of a mini roller coaster tomorrow. A big roller coaster the last few days. We kind of forget how trippy Denver's weather is for people that just moved here. 77 degrees on Thursday, snow all day Friday, completely melted out on Saturday. That's what we've had here with this storm system, which is just now leaving the state. You can see those last few flurries moving through the high country at the moment here. We melted out under a temperature that was pretty cold. 48 degrees is a high temperature for today, but it was just enough to get the job done. Most of the Denver metro area, where we got about 1 to 5 inches of snow, was able to melt out completely. The bigger snow on the west side of town still hanging out here. Here's your Easter forecast in Denver. Compliments of some colorful peeps here. The pink peep here on the end, 27 degrees. That's how we're going to start the day tomorrow. Full sunshine, though, through the morning hours, getting us up to about 62 degrees. Cloud cover comes in the afternoon, but altogether a pretty nice Easter forecast. I'll have more on the forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Corey, thank you. Littleton police are investigating after they say somebody tried to kidnap 2 kids riding their bikes tonight. This happened around 4:30 on South Prince Way. Police say 2 girls reported a man coming up to them from behind and grabbing one of the girls. She was able to break free. Both girls rode away safely. Police say they're looking for a man wearing a red sweatshirt and black pants with dark hair pulled back into a bun. Still trying to identify this man. They're asking anybody who might have information to call Littleton police. On Monday, we expect the defense to begin calling witnesses in the trial of Joseph Kanig. Kanig is accused of throwing a landscaping rock through the windshield of an oncoming car and killing 20-year-old Alexa Bartell. There's no dispute about who all was involved in this deadly rock-throwing incident: Kanig, Nicholas Karolczyk, and Zachary Kwok. Kwok and Karolczyk took plea deals already and agreed to testify against Kanig during his trial, and they got a lesser charge. And the young men have changed their story a few times. Karolczyk first blamed Kwok for throwing the rock that killed Bartell. That made his credibility questionable. During testimony just yesterday, he said he lied because he was loyal to Kanig and wanted to protect someone that he once considered his best friend.
Did you know from the time Alexa Bartell was killed until today that Joseph Kanig threw the rock that killed her?
I did.
And so why did you say that you didn't know that and your understanding changed at certain points if you knew that the whole time?
I still felt the need to protect him and protect myself, and Zach was easy to blame because I barely knew him.
Prosecutors wrapped up their case yesterday after 5 days of testimony. Now the defense is expected to start presenting its case on Tuesday. Tonight, we are learning more about the 2 victims killed in a shooting at Florida State University this week. Neither man was a student at the school. Tyru Chaba and Robert Morales were both fathers. They worked in the food service industry. Chaba was an employee of a campus vendor, and Morales was the dining coordinator at FSU. At vigils this week, both were remembered as men of integrity, caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
It's the kind of tragedy that shouldn't happen. Not here, not anywhere. We are heartbroken. 2 people lost their lives. 6 more were injured. One of those that we lost was Robert Morales, a member of the FSU family since 2015. He worked in our Department of Business Services and was known as a dedicated colleague and a kind person.
The 20-year-old gunman is still in a Florida hospital tonight. Could be weeks before he is released and charged in that mass shooting. It will be a busy week for Denver City Council. 28 resolutions on the table for their Monday meeting, including some big-ticket items. On the top of the list is extending a lease for a former Comfort Inn on Quebec Street. That property has been used as a housing option for people experiencing homelessness. The city would like to keep that going through the end of 2025, adding nearly $5 million to the contract. Also up for a vote, more than $14 million in insurance coverage for everything from cyber liability to airport operations. A major development could be coming to Denver's National Western Center, and it comes with a hefty price tag. According to our partners at the Denver Business Journal, the city is considering an $815 million deal to help fund a new equestrian and event center. This will feature a new hotel, parking garage, workforce housing, and a community building. The city says the project will help redevelop the old Coliseum site, and now the City Council's South Platte River Committee is expected to review that proposal on Wednesday. Tomorrow is also 420 for all those who celebrate. CDOT is just one agency hoping to remind people, have a good time, but keep it safe, guys. They're going to have a booth at tomorrow's Mile High 420 Festival at Civic Center Park. So if you're out there, keep an eye out for them. They're working to prevent cannabis users from getting behind the wheel while high. CDOT's going to offer ride credits. They're going to have giveaways with a trivia game. They're also teaming up with the Cannabis Experience to run a free downtown shuttle. It will be wrapped in safe driving messaging. That booth will be open from 2 to 7 tomorrow night.